And if you think Pakistani lawmakers are an embarrassment, wait till you hear about Pakistani diplomats. They're repeat offenders. Pakistani diplomats have been caught stealing wallets. Pakistani diplomats have also been scolded by Imran Khan for misbehaving in public. Last month, the Prime Minister gave them a dressing down on live television. Well, it's not helped very much. Here's the latest in their list of shame. Pakistani diplomats in Geneva have not paid their employees, 3 of them, for 20 years. You heard that right. For 2 decades, embassy staff were made to work without pay. 3 employees for 20 years and at least 6 employees for different periods of time were forced to work without pay. And these details have been listed in a report. It says 6 Filipino employees used to work at the Pakistani mission in Manila, the Philippines. Pakistani diplomats asked them to shift to Geneva. They promised them a better life, a roof over their head, social insurance, but they got nothing. Now, these employees have filed a complaint with Geneva's Public Prosecutor's office. The complaint describes the nightmare that they had to endure. They were forced to work for more than 10 hours a week without pay. What for? A legitimation card, which is a special card that diplomats give to their employees for identification. They did not get any money. So they had to find work elsewhere to survive while they worked for the diplomats. The Swiss press has published the testimony of someone called Rosario. She is one of the victims, and here are parts of the report that I have for you. This is a system-generated translation of a report in French. Rosario arrived in Geneva in 2002, leaving 3 children in the Philippines. Coming from a very modest family, she believed that she had found a bargain, a contract of 1,500 francs, plus food, housing, insurance, and AVS in the country. AVS is compulsory insurance. It's one of the most significant pillars of social security in Switzerland. But when she arrived in Geneva, she was explained the arrangement. She will not receive anything at all. She will only receive a legitimation card, which will give her status in Switzerland. For her income, it will be up to her to find odd jobs with families in Geneva. This report says Rosario served Pakistani diplomats for almost 20 years and worked for a total of 6 successive diplomats. Who were these inhuman employers? Well, they were Pakistani diplomats at the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva. These diplomats do not waste an opportunity to accuse India of human rights violations. But what happens when they exploit their own employees? They accuse them of lying and threaten to file lawsuits. The Pakistani mission in Geneva says, and I'm quoting, it reserves the right to take libel action against disinformation. Well, reports say these workers have appealed to Switzerland's Justice Minister and Foreign Minister, and Switzerland is known for its diplomatic neutrality. But it cannot be neutral in this instance. It should expel these diplomats and force Pakistan to compensate these victims. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.